people in Southern California can't get away from what these storms are doing.
Yeah, it's really upsetting to see all the devastation that happened in Southern California earlier this week. Lots of flooding on those roads, and we saw a lot of flooding last year, but right now things are actually looking pretty good for us in our area. So let's take a look at Domenico's on the Wharf. So you can see it's a little bit lighter than the last time we looked at our camera. Things are getting pretty light out there, but not quite yet. Sunrise is officially at 7:16 in Monterey and in Salinas. But look, it's so beautiful out there, very calm and serene waters. Our Christmas light boat is not so much showing anymore, but that is okay. I'm sure it'll be back tomorrow. But looking at our skies, things are looking pretty clear, but let's take a look at our futurecast to see how clear things will be throughout the day. Taking a look at that futurecast right now, we'll be looking at our map, looking over here. Those clouds are going to be pretty much clear by the time we hit mid-afternoon, and as we go a little bit later into the evening, those clouds will start creeping in a little bit in the peninsula and the Salinas Valley. So it's going to be cooler overnight with those clouds, and looking at our overnight futurecast, those clouds are remaining a little bit in our area in the Salinas Valley, and as we get to tomorrow morning, most of those clouds will move off the coast, and we will be having a little bit of cloud coverage in the King City area. Let's look at our temperatures now for today and tonight, so we can get you ready for your holiday weekend. Taking a look at our temperatures in the Santa Cruz coast, looking at Santa Cruz and Capitola, high in Santa Cruz of 67 degrees and a low 42 degrees, and in Capitola, high 65 degrees and low 44 degrees. And as we go into the Santa Cruz mountain regions, we're going to have temperatures that are going to be as low in the 30s, looking at a temperature of 39 degrees in Boulder Creek and Ben Lomond, and a temperature of 67 degrees as a high in both those cities. And taking a look at our maps moving along, going from Aptos to Marina, looking on the coast over there, things are going to be pretty similar across the board, with our temperatures and our highs being in the mid to lower and higher not higher 60s, excuse me, to our mid and lower 60s for those highs, and those lows being anywhere in the mid 40s. And looking locally here in Salinas, looking at a high 65 degrees and a low 45 degrees. So if you're out in our area, make sure you grab that jacket, but temperatures will rise a little bit throughout the day. And now we are going to go to the peninsula, where things are looking really nice. So if you want to spend a nice day, head out to the peninsula. Going to have lows across the board in the 40s, anywhere from the mid to the higher 40s, and those highs being anywhere in the lower to mid 60s. And now taking a look at our other map, going from Big Sur to Carmel Valley into the Salinas Valley. Starting with Big Sur, we're looking at a high of 62 degrees and low 47 degrees. In Carmel Valley, we're looking at a high 65 degrees and a low 44 degrees. And as we go into the Salinas Valley, and our highs are going to get a little bit higher and some of our lows getting lower. And as we move inland, those lows are going to be pretty low, hitting our lowest low on the board, which is going to be in Parkfield, which is going to be 36 degrees and a high of 65. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast for our coastal areas. It's going to be a pretty nice holiday weekend, maybe seeing some wind throughout Saturday and Sunday. And those storms are looking like they're going to come back at the beginning of next week, with those highs anywhere in the 60s and those lows being anywhere in the high 30s and mid 40s. And for our inland areas, more of the same story. Looking at some rain next week with those highs in the 60s and those lows being anywhere in the high 30s to the low to mid 40s.